Good morning. Regina here from PrayerCommunicationWithGod.com. This week we have looked at Mishpatim, the laws that are easy for us to remember, the 10 Commandments, and expounding upon them, the boundaries that God put in place for us. We've looked at things such as not cursing God, not cursing your country's leader, serving God. And we looked yesterday at how Moses used the young men of the tribe of Israel to do the offerings to God as he was preparing to go up on the mountain. He didn't forget the youth. He welcomed the youth. He showed the youth that they were valuable. And that's what we have to do today. We have to include our youth. We have to include the young adults, or we're going to lose them. And one thing that wasn't brought out yesterday was, if we look at Exodus 24, verses 15 through 18, we see, Then Moses went up to the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain. The glory of the Lord rested on Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. And on the 7th day he called to Moses from the midst of the cloud. And to the eyes of the sons of Israel the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a consuming fire on the mountaintop. Moses entered the midst of the cloud as he went up to the mountain, and Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And this is something that is very important to us. It was on the Sabbath day that God called Moses into the mountain. Sabbath is a time that we can enter into a closeness with God. We can rest with Him. And, we're not working, because if we're working, then we're busying ourselves. Kind of like, the story of Mary and Martha when Jesus came to visit. One sat at His feet, washed His feet, and just communed with Him, while the other one was busy working in the kitchen, preparing. And she just didn't get to enjoy her time with Him as much. And so that's what Sabbath provides for us. A time to enjoy our family, a time to enjoy God's presence and just worship with Him, and not be busying ourselves with anything else. It's a time to promote our healthy relationship with Him and to draw closer to Him. That is one of the most important things. And then we notice that Moses stayed on the mountain for 40 days and for 40 nights. Well, 40 is coming from the 13th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Mem, and it's the fountain of wisdom. So Moses was up there drinking from the fountain of wisdom for 40 days and for 40 nights. He was getting all of this knowledge firsthand from God, because God is our fountain of wisdom. If we look at Proverbs 18:4, we see the words of a man speaks of deep waters, a flowing stream, a fountain of wisdom. Mem also represents the divine omniscience. It's a Hebrew name of God, meaning a place. The name includes both an open and closed Mem, and the sages taught that God's presence is both open and revelatory, yet it also is shrouded in deep mystery, closed off to the apprehension of human reason. In other words, God is so big that we can't understand all of Him. But as we study and as we commune with Him and as we take part of the rest and just sit and rest with Him and feed from Him, then He reveals things to us, things in a way that we can understand. We're all created individually, and we're all on different levels, but we're also all one body, and each member of the body is important. The little toe is just as important as the ear, which is just as important as the eyes or the mouth, and it's when we come together in discussing things that we get bigger revelatory pictures. The pieces of the puzzle fit together. So I encourage you today, study God's Word to show yourself approved. But don't just hold it all in for yourself. Share what you've learned. Share from particular scriptures and ask others what they've seen in those scriptures so you can start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. God's desire is for us to come into a more intimate relationship with Him. And that's what we are to do. Daily study to show ourselves approved. And as I close this video, I just want to pray that everyone that sees this has a very blessed Sabbath, and that you can truly find rest, and that you can truly just give God everything that's burdening you down. Jesus says, now take my yoke. I'll bear the burden for you. Just let Him do it. Give it to Him. We can't control anything, but He can control it all. And I'm just thankful for each one of you that comes to this blog. You are valuable to God. You are valuable to me. I welcome your comments because that's how I learn. I spend hours studying the Word, but I also learn from interacting with others, from seeing what God has revealed to you. So may God bless you this Sabbath day. May peace fill your home. May health fill your bodies. May protection be placed around your families. And may nothing that the enemy tries to bring against you work, but may the enemy be caught in his own trap. Pray blessings on your enemies. That's scriptural, and you will be blessed. Thank you. Have a good day.